What's up guys, Vital Syntax here, and this is my top 10 list of upcoming games for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Now keep in mind that this is based off my personal preferences, and I'd love to hear your guys' top 10 lists in the comments down below. So for number 1, Battlefield 4, which is being developed by DICE, published by EA, with a release date of October 29th, 2013. It's going to feature multiplayer-based first-person shooter action, as well as a single player, up to 64 players in large-scale maps, land, air, and vehicle-based vehicles and warfare, squad and class-based teamwork, and large and small-scale map destruction. There'll be more information coming at E3 2013. Number 2 is Destiny, being developed by Bungie, the makers of the Halo franchise. There's no release date set yet, but it's an open-world online multiplayer first-person shooter game that's kind of going to mix the lines between a co-op multiplayer and a MMO type of style of gameplay. That's going to be available on the next-gen consoles. It hasn't been confirmed for PC yet, which is kind of nerve-wracking for me because I'm very excited, but I would like to be on the PC platform. It's going to be a new and original Bungie game for the makers of Halo, so we can expect some new and innovative gameplay elements and a completely new and open world to explore, and it's going to have class-based character customization. Number 3 is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, being developed by Ubisoft Montreal, with a release date of October 29th, 2013. It's an open-world, third-person action single-player and multiplayer, and similar to the previous Assassin's Creed games, but it's going to be much more open-world. It's going to feature 50 different locations to explore, with a 60% by 40% land and naval exploration, respectively. And it's going to feature Spanish and English-influenced pirate combat, which sounds just really fun. Number 4 is Watch Dogs, being developed by Ubisoft Montreal as well. Release date of November 19th, 2013. It's going to be an open-world action-adventure stealth game. It's going to feature stealth, parkour, and cover-based third-person shooter combat mechanics. And the plot is kind of revolving around information warfare and the increasing use of technology in the world and your ability to hack in and use that information. It's kind of a mix between Grand Theft Auto and Deus Ex Human Revolution in an open-world, futuristic, technology-based action game. Number 5 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which is being developed by CD Projekt Red, and it doesn't have a release date, but it's going to be sometime in 2014. This is an open-world action role-playing game, and it kind of mixes slasher sword mechanics in there as well in third person. And it's going to be the final conclusion of the protagonist Geralt from Witcher 1 and 2, which I enjoyed myself. And it's supposedly going to be 20% bigger than Skyrim, with a total of 100 hours in the single player campaign. And it's also going to feature no loading screens, so it's a truly open world game that's going to focus on swords and magic based combat. Number 6 is Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, being developed by BioWare. There's no date yet for the release, but it's a sword and magic-based role-playing game as well. And the gameplay revolves around building a team of party members to fight with you. You can switch between which characters you're controlling. And it's going to be much more open world than Dragon Age 2. The developers have noted that in Dragon Age 2, a lot of the players didn't enjoy the fact that there's a lot of repeated landscapes, and it's very linear, so they're going to be moving towards a more Skyrim-esque open world environment. Number 7 is a lesser known title by the name of Dying Light. This is from the developers Techland, who brought us Dead Island, and it's going to be a release date sometime in 2014. And similar to Dead Island, it's an open world survival zombie-based game. We don't know if it's going to be multiplayer or co-op based yet. It might just be single player, but it's going to have dynamic day and night cycles, Mirror's Edge style parkour, and a weapon crafting system that's probably similar to what we saw in Dead Island as well. But ultimately, I'm excited for any type of open world survival zombie games, and this one doesn't look too bad. Number 8 is Call of Duty Ghosts. This is being developed by Infinity Ward, to be released on November 5th, 2013, and it's a multiplayer-based first-person shooter. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it. Also features a single player, but mostly I'm interested in the multiplayer component. This is the 10th installment of the Call of Duty franchise, and it's going to feature a slightly upgraded game engine for the next-gen and PC titles. as well as character and class customization like we've seen in the past, and some dynamic multiplayer maps that are going to be player controlled. Number 9 is The Evil Within, which is being published by Bethesda, and it's released in 2014. It's a single-player survival horror-based game. I'll show you guys some screenshots, but there's not really a lot known about it. But I'm excited for any Bethesda game that's come out, as the most recent ones have been quite a success. Things like Dishonored, Skyrim, and any of the Elder Scrolls games, any of the Fallout games. And I was planning on putting the Fallout 4 title yet, but it hasn't really been talked about too much, so I would definitely add that to my list if it's announced later on at E3. And number 10 is an unannounced Star Wars game, which is being developed by DICE, Visceral, and BioWare. There's no release date, and we honestly haven't seen anything about it yet. All we know is that EA now has the rights to publish Star Wars games, and they received that from Disney, who now owns the rights to the Star Wars franchise. They're going to be working on the next series of Star Wars movies as well, but we don't know what the title is going to be. It could be Battlefront 3, it could be a bunch of other titles that come out of these studios, but as a whole, I'm really excited to see what the next generation of Star Wars games has to offer that are being developed by DICE, Visceral, and BioWare, all fantastic studios. Hopefully EA doesn't screw it up. Anyway, that wraps up my top 10 upcoming games for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Let me know in the comments down below any other titles you guys are really excited for. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a like or a favorite. And if you're new around here, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.